Breaking news. Bloomberg just dropped a bombshell report that has the entire crypto world talking. According to their latest analysis, XRP, the digital asset that's been at the center of a years-long legal battle, could potentially reach a jaw-dropping $60,000 per coin. Sounds impossible, right? But hold on, because when you look at the math behind it, things start to get really interesting. Let's break down exactly how this could happen, and why it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. Scenario number 1. XRP captures 10% of global SWIFT transactions. Here's where things get wild. If XRP were to capture just 10% of global SWIFT transactions, which is about $5 trillion in daily transactions, the price of XRP would skyrocket. Right now, the global SWIFT network handles roughly $5 trillion in payments every single day, which includes everything from cross-border trade payments to institutional transfers. Now, if XRP were to become the go-to bridge asset for just 10% of that volume, the math points to a market cap so big it could blow even Bitcoin's 1 trillion peak out of the water. Imagine the implications of such a shift. Not only would XRP's value surge, but it would also revolutionize the way international transactions are conducted. The efficiency, speed, and cost-effectiveness of XRP could make it a preferred choice for financial institutions worldwide. This isn't just a minor change. It's a potential game-changer for the entire financial ecosystem. The ripple effects of this could be felt across various sectors, from banking to global trade, making XRP a cornerstone in the future of digital finance. The transformation could be monumental, reshaping the landscape of global finance as we know it today. Here's the crazy part. If XRP were to replace just 10% of that $5 trillion daily flow, and assuming XRP's market cap scaled accordingly, we could easily see XRP trading in the tens of thousands of dollars. Specifically, analysts have calculated that this scenario could push XRP to the $60,000 mark. That's 60 times higher than where it's trading today. XRP versus Bitcoin, the market cap comparison. Let's dig even deeper into the numbers and what they mean for the future of digital currencies. This analysis will provide us with a clearer picture of the evolving landscape. In order to hit that kind of price target, we need to look at the overall market cap comparisons. This helps us understand the scale and potential of each cryptocurrency, giving us insights into their future growth. Bitcoin, during its $60,000 peak back in 2021, had a market cap around $1 trillion. This was a significant milestone in the cryptocurrency world, showcasing its immense potential. That's with the entire global crypto market still being relatively small. The market was still in its early stages of adoption and growth, with plenty of room for expansion. Now, fast forward to the future. Imagine a world where cryptocurrencies have become mainstream and widely accepted, transforming the financial ecosystem. XRP, with a market cap near $60 trillion thanks to the $5 trillion SWIFT share, would dwarf Bitcoin's market cap. In comparison, this would mark a monumental shift in the financial landscape, altering the dynamics of global finance. We're talking about a completely new financial paradigm where XRP plays a central role in how global transactions are executed. This could revolutionize the way we think about and use money on a global scale, making transactions faster and more efficient. The key to this scenario: banks replacing gold with XRP. Imagine a world where traditional gold reserves are swapped out for digital assets like XRP, a cryptocurrency. So, what would make this possible? What factors could drive such a monumental shift in financial strategy and asset management? According to Bloomberg sources and analysts, this surge could only happen if banks start replacing gold with XRP as a reserve asset. This would require a significant change in how financial institutions view digital currencies and their potential. This would completely transform how financial institutions manage their reserves and liquidity. The implications are vast, affecting everything from liquidity management to international trade and beyond. For centuries, gold has been seen as a store of value, essentially the gold standard that banks and governments rely on. Its historical significance cannot be understated or overlooked. But what if XRP, with its lightning-fast transaction speeds and low fees, could replace gold as the ultimate reserve asset? The efficiency and cost-effectiveness of XRP make it a compelling alternative to traditional gold. It sounds crazy, but in theory, it could happen, especially given the push toward digital currencies and blockchain technology. The future of finance could be more digital than we ever imagined, transforming the financial landscape. XRP's primary appeal here is its ability to handle massive amounts of transactions in a short period of time. While gold is physical, slow to move, and expensive to store, XRP can be transferred across borders almost instantly at a fraction of the cost of traditional systems like SWIFT. As more institutions adopt blockchain tech and governments look for ways to digitize their currencies, XRP could seamlessly become the new gold, a decentralized, fast, and secure digital asset to back up global financial systems. The controversy. Why the SEC is trying to stop this from happening. Now, here's where the drama unfolds. If all this happens, if XRP becomes the go-to digital reserve asset for banks, there's one entity that's been trying to halt its progress every step of the way. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. For years, the SEC has been embroiled in a legal battle with Ripple over whether XRP is a security. If Ripple wins, XRP could explode into institutional adoption, triggering that $60,000 price surge. But if the SEC wins, it could severely restrict XRP's ability to grow, potentially sending the price plummeting. And it's not just the SEC. The entire traditional banking system has a lot to lose if XRP becomes the bridge currency of the future. Banks, central banks, and SWIFT would be forced to rethink their entire business model. This has led many to believe that the SEC's attack on Ripple isn't just about regulating crypto. It's about stopping XRP from becoming too powerful in the traditional financial space. But here's the good news. XRP's army of supporters is fighting back. Ripple has built a strong legal defense and a passionate community that believes in XRP's potential to transform the global financial system. Crypto enthusiasts are rallying around XRP, and many analysts believe Ripple's legal win could send XRP prices to new heights once the SEC's grip on it loosens. There's an entire army of XRP holders who believe that the SEC's efforts are just a temporary roadblock in a much bigger journey. In summary, while the 60,000 XRP prediction may sound outlandish to some, the math behind it is not as crazy as it seems. If XRP were to capture just 10% of the global SWIFT market, and if banks start replacing gold with XRP as a reserve asset, the digital currency could skyrocket in value, potentially to $60,000 or higher. However, the battle with the SEC is far from over, and the future of XRP hinges on legal and regulatory outcomes. One thing is clear: if XRP can overcome these hurdles, it could play a central role in the future of global finance. What do you think? Can XRP really hit $60,000? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on XRP's explosive potential. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future of finance is digital, and XRP might just be the key.